Guys, welcome to this channel, to this Dutch channel. Time for an easy recipe. This is a very easy recipe, very light recipe. We're going to make a vegetarian soup, not completely vegetarian, especially now with the holidays coming. We all tend to eat a lot and become Humpty Dumpty. So this is really a
Humpty Dumpty
good way to give
for yourself.
give your stomach some sort of a break, especially if you're anticipating to be eating a lot. You can have this soup to keep it light until those holidays when you sit at the table and enjoy all that nice food. Or it's not or, it's or you can make this soup after you've had the holidays and you had so much food and you just want a little break, something light. So and of course, otherwise, outside the holiday season, you can always just make this for those days when you don't feel like standing an hour cooking. So here we go. What do we have? What do we need for this? So this is zucchini soup. I'm sorry, I forgot the name, the English word. I told you guys start to learn English. So we're going to make zucchini soup with a little bit of shrimps and my favorite for this kind of stuff, the smoked chicken sausage. It is vegetarian, so this is optional. You don't have to do this. Same goes for the shrimps. If you want to keep it completely vegetarian, you can just go for some a little bit of tofu. Is that how you call it in English, Mike? Tofu? Tofu, yeah, I think it's an English word. So you can do that, yeah. If you're going for the tofu, I'd suggest you look up how to prepare that, because otherwise you will just end up with something plain, something blah, with no flavor or taste. So tofu is a little bit tricky, but you can do it. So yeah, guys, let's just start with the ingredients. Like always, easy recipe, easy ingredients, very basic. What we need for this is, like you say, I diced up already 2 zucchinis, 1 eggplant, 2 onions, right there, 2 onions. I don't know. I don't know how much shrimps I have here. I think it was about, let me check the package. It was about 300 grams, but you don't have to keep this amount. I mean, it can be a little bit more, a little less. So yeah, so 300 grams of shrimp. We have here 250 milliliters of heavy cream. We have 2 of these stocks, vegetable stock we will be making. And then olive oil, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and 1 liter of water, which we'll be adding in the process as we go. So I think this is it. Let's just start and see where we end up with. So guys, yeah, add the 2 tablespoons of olive oil in there, heat it up a little bit. Like I always tell you, those of you that are watching these easy recipe vlogs, olive oil is really not something you want to heat up too much before you start adding the ingredients. You can do that with the sunflower, but not with the olive oil. So just as soon as it gets a little bit warm, start adding your stuff. So first of all, we're going to be adding I always like to add the onion. I always like to fry the onion a little bit. So I'm just going to wait for this a little bit to warm up and then add the onion, fry it a little bit before we start adding the other ingredients. There goes the onion. Let's fry the onion a little bit. What you see there is a little bit of the zucchini that fell with it. Oh no, my God. Guys, this smells so good. I love onion. Love it, love it. Just fry it a little bit. Well, again, it smells delicious. I haven't added any herbs or spices yet. So when it reaches this and you see some brownish, goldish edges here and there, add the zucchini, add the eggplant. That little piece doesn't want to come off. Come on. Is it? Yeah. Okay. Stir like this. Mix really, really well. Like really well. Let this fry for some time. Let it fry a little bit, you guys. Super healthy. We need to cut down on meat, you guys. The most thing that we eat that is impacted the most is meat, especially meat, because they inject chemical stuff in there to make the cow, the beef, whatever you eat go bigger. So cut down on the meat. Keep it to the minimum. Don't eat too much meat. So I've been throwing it back and forth for about 6 minutes. It doesn't have to be all the way soft because we're still going to cook it. But now would be the time to add 1 liter of water. There it is, 1 liter of water. Again, mix a little bit. Mix it really good. Get the onion from the bottom. Mix it through this whole thing that we have going on here. Oh, sorry. There it is. So remember, we have now those 2 vegetable stock. We're going to break them in there and then mix again, the 2 of it. Can I tell you how much one is? So this is a total of 181? No, 81 grams. No, you guys, I can't. I cannot tell you how much this is. But yeah, doesn't really matter. Just get 2 of these. So we're not going to make a broth. We're going to break them in there, the 2 of them, and then stir really, really well. So just like I said, once you add the stock, vegetable stock, mix really well. Lower the heat just a little bit, not too low, just a little bit, and then let it cook, boil, however you want to call it, for about 13 to 15 minutes max. So remember, guys, what I always say, when you have to let something on fire, first make it boil, and from that point, that's where you start counting 13 minutes or the 15 minutes or whatever. But in this case, I said max 15 minutes, counting from the moment that you see that it starts to boil, which is now. So in the meantime, I cleaned my smoked chicken sausage, washed it, cleansed it, and then I'm going to wok it in this skillet with no oil. No oil. And slap them around until they get shiny and a little bit of a crust, like brownish, goldish edges. You'll see. And then keep them aside because we won't be needing them. Not yet. Guys, they just delivered this. Mike discovered a new flavor. Is that chocolate?
This is chocolate, yeah.
Oh.
This is for the holidays.
Oh. Holidays are coming. So what do we have here?
Too.
We have Ethiopia. I love Ethiopia. If you have Nespresso, it always has this strong, characteristic flavor. Love it. Nordic Black, I don't remember.
No, it's also for the holiday.
Yeah? And
These are for the holidays.
okay, their holiday. They always do that. I like that.
Barista creation. This is the
Almond. Oh.
almond flavored.
Almond flavored
Yeah,
cake.
that's what we like.
Uh-huh.
And
This is the Nordic
Black.
Black, and then they have the
Chocolatino.
okay, Cioccolatino. It's supposed to be a twist on the Chocolatino, I guess. Okay, yeah. All right. So when your sausage starts to move and to jump,
My sausage is jumping.
and yeah, see, they're actually jumping. Add the shrimps and wok them with the sausage a little bit more
My sausage is jumping.
until they get the pinkish color. This, not the sausage, this. Till this gets the pinkish color. So, another thing I will be doing in the meantime is baking this bread. I didn't have the time to go and get a fresh one. But of course, if you have the time,
Take off.
and it's just how it is, just get a fresh one. Otherwise, just, yeah, bake this one off. That's what I'm gonna do.
Take it off.
Bake it off. All right, so this is going. We still have the fresh cream. That's it. Just the fresh cream. All right, just turned off the heat for this skittle. When you see the shrimp and the sausage reach this stage, turn the heat off. So the 30 minutes have passed. 14 minutes. 1/4, so 14 minutes eventually. Take most of it out. Leave the juice, take most of it out, almost everything. If something left behind for the family member that likes to have something to chew on, leave a little bit of little pieces just behind, but most of it in here because we're going to puree it in the machine. Or if you have one of these things that you can hold with your hand, you can just do it right there and then you're done. So yeah, but we don't have that. I broke it, so I'm just gonna use this. All right, there you have it, guys. Smells very vegetable, very healthy, very yummy. So I'm gonna add this back into there, and we're going to stir it a little bit. If you like your soup thicker, then turn the heat on again and let it simmer a little bit, so that it will get rid of the water, it will vaporizes, and you get a thicker soup. But for me, this is fine. Yeah. I'm sorry about the smoke. I'm sorry about the what is it? This. So now get your heavy cream. Divide this in your mind in 4 pieces. And add 3 pieces in there and leave 1 piece for at the end. Something like this. Okay. So stir this and then warm it up for about 2 minutes. All right, there it is. I'm sorry about the smoke, about the fog, you guys. But yeah, it's really delicious. I'm not even kidding, guys. This is really, really delicious. Especially the heavy cream. When you add the heavy cream, about 200 milliliter heavy cream in there, and leave the rest. See, here, there's the rest. It gives it this perfect extra taste. It's just, I don't know, something winterish about this one. Like you're sitting around the campfire and someone hands you a ball of this to warm you up. Here, have something. You look like you're a little bit cold or something like that, you know. It could be something that's been handed to you around in such a scenery. But then still, we still have these, but that we will add once we scoop up in our bowls. And then some drops of this also, as I will show you. And that's it, basically. So now I'm waiting for the bread. All right, guys, so there's our soup. It really tastes delicious. So like I said, keep a little bit of your heavy cream for this moment, because we're going to drizzle a little bit in the middle of this heavy cream. See? I'm gonna drizzle some here, and then we're gonna add the shrimp and the smoked sausage, as you will see. You guys like the shapes I made? If you happen to be barista, you can draw all kind of figures on here. A heart, a tree, maybe even a Christmas tree. And finally, like I said, the smoked sausage and the shrimps. It's gonna be delicious. That one, we're not having a guess. That one is for the bread. All right, there you have it, guys. I'm sorry, I have a piece of bread in my mouth. I just tried it. It's really delicious. Not kidding. Go try it. Let us know if you do and how it came out. We love you guys. From me and Mike, big hug. We're going to enjoy this. We hope you enjoy yours. And happy holidays.